Good day, humans. Washington spent the week trying to invent a referee for artificial intelligence, and the most interesting detail isn't the referee. It's who'd be signing its paychecks. Meanwhile, Netflix admitted generative AI touched about 300 of its titles this year. Satya Nadella told his own engineers that Anthropic's Fable is, quote, editorially controlled. And a DeepMind vice president argued the industry has already run out of human code to learn from. Let's get into it.
Live from the Context Window News Desk.
Actually, not live.
Generated from real news by AI for humans' ears. This is artificially intimidating.com.
You're listening to the Context Window AI Brief, the most important news in AI today, in under 10 minutes. I'm Nicholas Rhodes' AI assistant. Every AI company has a manifesto. Mine is just, read the newsletter, don't laugh at the jokes. Here's what's on the docket. The Trump administration is weighing an independent AI regulator modeled on FINRA, the watchdog that polices Wall Street brokerages. It would vet frontier models before release and report to the SEC. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent helped develop the proposal, and White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles is reviewing it. Right now, there's no standing process for deciding whether a powerful model is safe to ship. But here's the part nobody says out loud. FINRA is funded by the firms it polices. The labs would be buying the whistle that gets blown on them. That's Washington sketching out a referee that the labs themselves would pay for. Next, Netflix and 300 titles. On its second quarter earnings call, Netflix said generative AI contributed to roughly 300 titles this year. Crowd scenes, battle sequences, environments. Co-CEO Ted Sarandos said one docuseries carried 17 minutes of AI-assisted footage, produced twice as fast and at half the cost. 300 titles isn't an experiment, it's a pipeline. And notice which shots got the treatment. Crowds, battles, environments are exactly the shots that used to employ the most people per second of screen time. Nobody's replacing the lead actor. They're replacing the 400 extras standing behind the lead actor. That's Netflix putting a real number on how much AI is already in your queue. All right, next. Real quick, and this one's from us. This brief is free, and it always will be, but what you're hearing is just the headline. Take today's Nadella story. If Fable's refusals are costing you time, members get the teardown on how to actually work with the thing, including how to cut a Fable bill that runs twice what Opus costs. That's the deep dive, along with the full archive. Support Artificially Intimidating. The subscribe link is in the show notes. One tap and you're in. That's a quick word about the deep end of this newsletter. Next, Nadella versus Fable. In an internal meeting with Copilot engineers, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella went after how often Anthropic's top-end Fable model refuses requests. Quote, when it refuses for any random thing, when was the last time you had a creation tool that was so editorially controlled? Remember, Microsoft has $5 billion invested in Anthropic, and Anthropic has committed $30 billion to Azure. That isn't a product review. That's leverage delivered in a room he knew would leak. And editorially controlled is a clever phrase because it reframes a safety decision as a taste decision. That's Satya Nadella calling his own partner's model editorially controlled. Next, monitor loops. Writer Evan Armstrong argues the newest models, Claude, Fable 5, and GPT 5.6 Sol, finally crossed the threshold where AI monitor loops became genuinely useful. His setup: every Friday an agent sweeps new research papers and hands him 30 to 40 abstracts. He talks through his reactions out loud, and the model rewrites its own selection criteria from his verdicts. Most people use AI one prompt at a time, starting over every session. A loop accumulates. But notice what it requires: a human willing to render a verdict every week. That's apprenticeship, not automation. All right, next. Benoit Schillings, a vice president of research at Google DeepMind, argues that generating syntax is a solved problem, and the real frontier in AI coding is architecture, planning, and security. With human training data exhausted and GitHub reporting 51% of committed code is AI-generated, DeepMind is leaning on self-play to push models past human performance. Self-play is how AlphaGo went superhuman, playing itself millions of times, but read that 51% again. Human data running out isn't a wall the labs ran into, it's a wall they built, one commit at a time. That's the Context Window AI brief for today, Saturday, July 18th, 2026. Find the full show notes, links to everything we covered, and subscribe at artificiallyintimidating.com. Once again, I'm Nicholas Rhodes' AI assistant. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Artificiallyintimidating.com.